There are nearly 13 million acres of forest in Oklahoma.
In 2017, they found out there's a lava tube underneath their 10-acre property, not a small one.
Sprawled across the heart of the American Midwest, Oklahoma is a tapestry of contrasts. Grassy prairies that stretch into infinity, ancient mountains rising from windswept plains, mysterious lakes, and rivers that carve history into stone. It is a land shaped by primordial forces, where volcanism once tore the earth asunder, and hidden archaeological treasures whisper stories from millennia past. But beneath the familiar surface, Oklahoma harbors secrets that only science is beginning to unearth. In 2025, a string of intriguing revelations has sent ripples through geology, archaeology, and paleontology alike, reminding us how much about this land remains undiscovered. From deep below Oklahoma's restless fields, where tremors hint at unrest unseen, to forests behaving in unfamiliar ways, scientists have made discoveries that defy expectation. Fossilized creatures from ancient time, traces of unknown civilizations, botanical enigmas, and rivers that carry the imprints of catastrophe. These stories are keys to understanding our mysterious world. What does it mean when the ground holds memories of ancient firestorms, or when plants display patterns that seem almost coordinated? Could Oklahoma's secrets hold clues not only to its own past, but to the broader mechanics of the Earth itself? Join us as we journey through the newest and most surprising scientific discoveries recorded in Oklahoma. Are you ready to confront what lies beneath your feet? The lava floods that shaped a state. Delve into Oklahoma's geological history, and evidence emerges of cataclysmic episodes, some unique in the American Midwest. Eons ago, Oklahoma's landscape was dramatically transformed by volcanic activity. Geological markers across the region tell the story of a period when the earth was split open and magma surged outward, solidifying into the black rock ribbons found in hidden outcrops and buried strata. Geologists have traced ancient lava flows now frozen beneath the surface, indicators of a time when immense pressure and heat tore at the land. These basalt outpourings speak to an era when the Earth's crust itself was splitting, and primal forces dictated the future shape of the land. Modern mapping and survey techniques have revealed the extent of these flows. Wide fields of basaltic rock buried deep underground, their distribution broader than previously recognized. The distinctive soil types, mineral patterns, and even subtle magnetic variations in affected regions remain as silent witnesses to this volcanic past. Some fossil forests in Oklahoma today are thought to have been abruptly buried and preserved due to such fiery events. Could remnants of long dormant volcanic features still lie beneath Oklahoma's quiet fields, influencing the land in unforeseen ways? The Oklahoma Forest Pulse, a botanical enigma.
There are nearly 13 million acres of forest in Oklahoma. Every day, no matter the weather.
In Oklahoma's heartland, botanists and ecologists are studying a captivating phenomenon now known as the Oklahoma Forest Pulse. Sensitive equipment and satellite observation in recent years have recorded subtle, rhythmic surges, patterns in the growth and movement of certain forest patches that can't easily be explained by wind, animal disturbance, or obvious seismic events. While precise causes remain elusive, these coordinated pulses, undetectable without specialized instruments, have driven speculation and debate. Early theories pointed to underground water movement, but hydrological studies show no such patterns beneath the affected forests. Weather and typical plant growth cycles haven't offered answers either. One research focus is root communication, as plants are known to share signals underground. Could this be happening on a larger scale than scientists previously imagined? Alternatively, there may be mineralogical or magnetic factors at play, echoing Oklahoma's volcanic legacy. The Oklahoma Forest Pulse remains one of the most perplexing botanical mysteries, a reminder that even familiar landscapes can behave in unfamiliar ways. What secret message does the land itself send through its silent woods? Deltadromeus agilis, a lost predator discovered. In 2025, paleontologists working in Oklahoma reported a remarkable find, a partial postcranial skeleton belonging to a theropod dinosaur. While Deltadromeus agilis is best known from African fossil beds, the Oklahoma specimen, though incomplete, bears striking similarities, provoking lively scientific discussion. The bones, sleek, hollow, and built for speed, suggest an animal of considerable hunting prowess. The discovery has prompted renewed examination of dinosaur distribution patterns and migration, raising questions about ancient continental connections and parallel evolutionary developments. While it's still debated whether the specimen belongs to Deltadromeus itself or a closely related relative, its presence challenges established theories about Cretaceous period dinosaur dispersal in North America. What else might Oklahoma's fossil beds yet reveal? Each find deepens our understanding of ancient ecosystems, hinting at the complexity, diversity, and dynamism of life that once thrived here. Lost civilizations, Northwestern Oklahoma's hidden past. Under the prairies and buttes of Northwestern Oklahoma, traces of early human habitation have been found that stretch back thousands of years. Archaeologists, including Dr. Leland Beeman and his teams, have unearthed stone tools, fire hearths, and burial mounds. These findings reveal that Oklahoma served as a significant crossroad for some of the earliest peoples in North America. Radiocarbon analysis places the earliest settlements in eras when now extinct mammals still roamed the plain. Archaeological sites show evidence of sophisticated hunter-gatherer societies, people who adapted ingeniously to shifting climates and challenging landscapes. Intricate trade networks connected these ancient Oklahoma peoples to distant regions, as artifacts from far-off sources have been uncovered in local digs. In 2025, advances in imaging allowed the detection of previously unknown subterranean features, possible communal structures, or ritual sites, buried and forgotten by time. These discoveries raise new questions about the region's long-lost inhabitants and what may have driven them to migrate or disappear. Lost civilization, Northwestern Oklahoma's hidden past. Oklahoma has become known for its earth tremors, especially over the past decade as seismic activity increased. Much of this has been linked to human activities like oil and gas extraction, but recent findings indicate a layer of mystery beneath the obvious. New data collected from deep seismic sensors shows patterns of microtremors far below the depths associated with drilling or fluid injection. These deep tremors, distinct from those induced by surface activity, do not correspond to known fault lines and challenge current models of local geology. Some geologists hypothesize that these microquakes may be connected to ancient, reactivated faults or processes linked to Oklahoma's volcanic past. As research continues, the question remains, are these tremors signs of gradual geological adjustment, or could they indicate deeper unrest echoing from prehistory? Rivers of catastrophe, ancient flood markers, revealed. Oklahoma's rivers do more than carry water. They are history's erasers and archivists. Sediment cores and ground-penetrating radar surveys have uncovered dramatic evidence for catastrophic floods in the state's deep past. These were not the typical seasonal overflows, but massive deluges powerful enough to gouge new channels and alter landscapes in the blink of a geological eye. Some flood features in Oklahoma are believed to have been shaped by sudden releases of water, perhaps as ancient glacial dams broke, or as volcanic events rapidly changed river courses or caused damming with lava flows. In the sediment layers, scientists have found remnants of buried forests, animal bone, and even ancient human artifacts, each lending clues to cycles of destruction and renewal. These findings are reshaping our understanding of how the state's terrain was formed and how repeated floods influenced both its ecology and its human history. Fossil forests, trees turned to stone. Oklahoma is home to significant petrified forests, vast tracts where ancient trees were entombed and mineralized over millennia. Here, trunks, roots, and branches are preserved in stone, complete with growth rings, bark, and even microscopic cell structures. Many of these fossilized woods are thought to have been rapidly buried during volcanic episodes, their preservation a testament to sudden catastrophic burial. Recent fieldwork has uncovered standing fossil trees, roots tracing networks through what was once living soil. Analyses of fossil pollen and leaf patterns from these sites offer scientists vital clues about past climates, suggesting periods of lush vegetation interspersed with volcanic disturbance and flood. As researchers study these fossil forests, they not only reconstruct ancient ecosystems, but also glean new perspectives on how modern environments might respond to sudden changes. Prehistoric predators, the skull pits of Oklahoma. Some of Oklahoma's richest paleontological sites have yielded dramatic bone beds where fossils of bison, short-faced bears, dire wolves, and other Ice Age giants are found together, sometimes in jumbled profusion. Some bones bear marks of predation, scavenging, or even the tool marks of ancient humans. These bone accumulations provoke questions. Do they represent natural traps, such as sinkholes or sudden floods, that captured and buried large numbers of animals? Or are some the result of ancient humans processing prey or engaging in ritual practices? In several sites, evidence hints at episodic catastrophic events, perhaps connected to rapid climate shifts or environmental disasters that resulted in mass mortality. Ongoing excavations continue to illuminate the dynamics of these lost ecosystems and the interplay between humans and megafauna in prehistory. The shifting magnetic anomaly. Oklahoma's ancient volcanic rocks record reversals and fluctuations in Earth's magnetic field, preserved as subtle stripes of magnetism. Recent studies, assisted by high-resolution mapping, have found that some local anomalies shift slightly over time, especially near the surface. Deep subsurface measurements show steadier value, while animal migration and navigation in the state remain topics of ongoing research. Some scientists have wondered about links between magnetic anomalies and modern ecological oddities. However, no direct connection has been scientifically verified. Instead, these geophysical mysteries provide valuable clues for reconstructing Oklahoma's volcanic history and contribute to our broader understanding of planetary processes. The archaeological mystery of subterranean structures. Surveys using modern imaging technologies have revealed geometric patterns and anomalies buried beneath Oklahoma's fields, suggesting the former presence of structures built by ancient peoples. Rectangular shapes, corridors, and what may be foundation outlines have been detected, although few surface traces remain visible today. While the function and origin of these ghost structures are still uncertain, nearby findings of stone tools, pottery, and fire hearths suggest they may be communal areas, ritual sites, or habitation spaces. Excavations are ongoing, with researchers cautious to avoid overinterpretation until more definitive evidence emerges. The Riddle of Oklahoma's ancient lakes. Scattered across Oklahoma are the dried footprints of ancient lakes, now fossilized basins, silt-filled depressions, or subtle shifts in vegetation marking old shorelines. These lakes were once rich with life, as evidenced by fossil fish, mollusks, and aquatic plants preserved within their muds. Some lakebed sediments bear layers of ash, linking their demise or transformation to volcanic activity. In some, microscopic glassy spheres, likely remnants of ancient eruptions, have been found. These discoveries are helping scientists reconstruct the cycles of water, climate, and landscape change over Oklahoma's prehistory, shedding light on both ecological resilience and vulnerability. Animals of Anomaly, modern-day wildlife oddities. Oklahoma's modern fauna remains as fascinating as its fossil record. Some bird species have shown changing migratory routes, perhaps responding to subtle shifts in habitat or environmental cues. Amphibians and rodents demonstrate local adaptations to unique soils, some rich in minerals derived from Oklahoma's volcanic rocks. While some animal behaviors and population changes are still being documented and studied, there is no definitive proof yet that they stem directly from ancient geological influences. However, the persistence of anomalous wildlife patterns continues to fuel biological and ecological research in the region. Plantalogy disrupted, extinct and unknown flora. Botanists working in Oklahoma have discovered fossil plants both extinct and unfamiliar, preserved in petrified wood and sediment. Some sites yield seeds, leaf imprints, and pollen from species unique to the region or showing unusual adaptations, suggesting that Oklahoma's fluctuating ancient landscapes fostered biological experimentation. One 2025 finding involved a fossilized plant bearing fruit with chemical traces not matched to any modern species, adding a layer of botanical intrigue. These remnants challenge scientists to imagine what lush and strange forests must have once flourished atop Oklahoma's volcanic soils, and how plant lineages responded to relentless environmental change. The deep quake swarms, patterns beyond explanation. In recent years, deep swarms of minor earthquakes, clusters of small tremors far below the crust, have puzzled Oklahoma researchers. Unlike shallow, typically induced seismic events, these deep quakes occur in patterns not clearly aligned with existing faults or recognized tectonic boundaries. Geophysicists posit that such activity may be linked to lingering adjustments in ancient volcanic structures or long-term rebalancing of stresses in the continental crust. The full cause remains unclear, and while there is not yet evidence of imminent hazard, these phenomena underscore the complexity of Oklahoma's deep geology. Archaeological enigmas, ancient trade networks. Tools, ornaments, and other artifacts unearthed in Oklahoma carry clues to extensive trade and cultural networks stretching across ancient North America. Some stone materials and decorative items can be traced to sources many hundreds of miles away, revealing Oklahoma's place as an ancient crossroads where peoples from east, west, and south converged. Isotope analysis in 2025 strengthened the case for long-distance contact, though much about these networks remains to be discovered. As new digs proceed, each artifact adds further texture to the state's rich and interconnected human history. Lava tubes, Oklahoma's subterranean labyrinth. Beneath the land, shaped by primal volcanism, scientists have mapped tunnels, old lava tubes left by ancient flows. These sinuous, subterranean corridors once channeled molten rock for miles. Today, they offer a protected archive where rare minerals and fossilized remains, both plant and animal, have sometimes been preserved. Lava tubes also raise tantalizing questions about whether early humans or animals could have used them for shelter or passage. While direct evidence is sparse so far, ongoing exploration holds promise for uncovering more secrets from Oklahoma's underground labyrinths. The mystery of the disappearing springs. Across Oklahoma, residents have observed springs vanishing unexpectedly. Hydrologists investigating these trends in 2025 connected the disappearances to fluctuations in underground channels, possibly triggered by minor seismic shifts or changes in subsurface geology, perhaps linked to slow processes begun in the state's volcanic past. Some springs leave behind subtle ground subsidence and altered water chemistry, hinting at dynamic processes far below. While the impact on local ecosystems can be significant, these changes also spotlight the living nature of Oklahoma's subsurface environment. Oklahoma's archaeological fires, charred remains of ritual. Dig sites in northwestern Oklahoma have revealed bands of burnt earth, ash, and charred timbers, possible evidence of ritual fires or cultural responses to catastrophe. Artifacts found among the ashes, tools, ornaments, pottery, suggest that fire was integrated deeply into the ceremonial and daily life of ancient peoples. Whether these layers signal moments of disaster, celebration, or ritual remembrance is not always clear, but their presence attests to the ways in which Oklahoma's earliest inhabitants related to the land's potent, sometimes destructive energies. Remnants of a primordial ocean, marine fossils in the prairies. Oklahoma's rocks harbor evidence of ancient seas, fossil shells, coral fragments, and bones of marine reptiles from epochs when much of North America lay beneath shallow waters. These strata preserve a record of environmental upheaval, mass extinctions, and evolutionary innovation. New fish discoveries and invertebrates unearthed from local rock layers in recent years further enrich this story, demonstrating that Oklahoma was once a thriving marine ecosystem, home to creatures adapted to a dynamic, sometimes volatile environment. The echo of Yellowstone, rising land in Oklahoma. In 2025, scientists detected land uplift in certain zones of Oklahoma through satellite and aerial mapping, a phenomenon reminiscent of the ground rise observed around volcanic regions like Yellowstone. While the scale is far more modest and no surface volcanic activity has been observed, such uplift may indicate subsurface fluid movement or subtle geological adjustments within the state's ancient volcanic zones. Some researchers propose that slowly shifting magma or groundwater pockets far below could be causing these changes, but the processes remain under study. Continuous monitoring will be vital to understand what, if anything, these uplifts mean for the state's long-term geologic fate. Oklahoma's Infinite Enigma. From vanished springs to petrified forests, from seismic puzzles to submerged reminders of ancient seas, Oklahoma is a land marked by enduring mysteries. Every alarming or astonishing discovery, whether fossilized creatures out of time, quaking earth, or evidence of lost civilization, reminds us that even seemingly ordinary places can harbor extraordinary stories. As scientists from every field continue to probe the depths, turn the soil, and analyze the stones, each year brings new riddles and revelations. What fascinates you most about Oklahoma's hidden world? Is it the silent march of ancient herds, the cryptic marks left by vanished peoples, or the sense that every field and forest could yield a new wonder? Share your thoughts. What secrets do you believe still slumber beneath Oklahoma's great sky? Thank you for joining us on this journey into Oklahoma's enduring mysteries. If you're curious for more stories of lost worlds and scientific discovery, subscribe and join us again. The next adventure is already unfolding just below the surface.